Good morning and welcome to Johnson Valley, California. It is race day for the 2024 Progressive Insurance King of the Hammers.
Yeah, King of the Hammers is becoming one of the most prolific races in the United States. People travel from Canada, some guys are traveling from Europe, Australia. We travel from North Carolina here. That, it's such a big race.
You get the big ones.
We've been coming since 2019, and I think the only year we missed was during COVID. Patrick Murray is responsible for getting us all together, getting us a spot in the pit, getting the tents, getting everything all set up, and we're here to support in any way we can. It's all a part of the experience. It's all a part of the fun.
The race day, it's always very stressful. Everyone's anxious. It was very cold and very dusty.
King of the Hammers really puts to the test a rig that somebody spends all year building and come in and really put it all out on the line. It's a race that tests almost every aspect of the racer. You get desert, you get rock, you get the endurance style of racing with a lot of the high-speed, fast-paced stuff, especially with more of the short course racers coming out. So King of the Hammers is almost like a drug for a racer. I think that's how I would describe it. It's the mecca.
Let's go win the 2024 King of the Hammers, baby! It's cold and it's going to be wet, but I'm ready to go the East Coast. Let's do it! Yeah!
We're Ben and Tiffany Protas, San Diego, California, Calculated Risk Racing Team.
I'm Tiffany Protas. I'm driver and navigator. Okay, so off-roading and going to the desert or anything, it is a community, and whether you know the people or not, everybody steps in.
I'm Robert DiCarlo from those side-by-side guys. We're out here with Zach and Kyle for Bullite wheels, and we're getting them prepped and ready to race, and hopefully they're going to make it through here pretty soon.
Very good. Good idea.
Well, we just got to the pits. We're waiting for the guys to start coming in. We probably got an hour or so wait. Hopefully it won't start raining, because that's going to make this real bad for everybody. And this is one of the toughest courses there is out there. And it's just about to get worse.
It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds, just getting blasted with sand. Sitting there freezing, just so anxious to leave off that line. You sit there for 45 minutes waiting just to get that green flag to go.
That belt got lighter. It doesn't. The only thing that worries me is we've got.
Changes at King of the Hammers, not really a whole lot of changes. I think it might be growing a little bit. I think there are more and more people that are coming out. I mean, I think that they top out at about 100,000 people show up out here in the desert for King of the Hammers during that 2-week period.
95% of the people you meet here are going to be super friendly. If you need a bolt, you need a wrench, you need an airline, you need a tire, and they got it, they're going to give it to you. So that's a really awesome part about being here. You can almost show up here without a car and build one on the lake bed.
If there's a need, you can just stand there for a minute and somebody will eventually show up and help you out.
The most challenging, I'm comfortable with rocks, but the desert, there are a lot of, they call them gotchas. It'll be 8-foot holes that are deep, and it looks like you're going straight, and you just fall off into a huge hole that comes out of nowhere. That's the really challenging thing, because you have to be very committed and determined to go fast enough in the desert to be competitive, and still be able to control the car when you hit those huge holes and the giant whoops.
As far as the race itself goes, it's keeping the car together. I know that's a pretty common theme. Cars are constantly breaking. They're built for the course, but you never know what the course is going to be, if that makes any sense. I think the hardest part about hammers, psychologically and emotionally, is when things go wrong, and they are going to go wrong, is knowing that you let everybody that helped you get there down. And that part just really hurts. You know, you go out there and you don't qualify as well as you wanted to, or you go out there and you break the car lap 1, or you have a head gasket blow, or just a small failure that you knew wasn't going to be a failure is a failure, and it hurts to let everybody down. So I'd say that's probably one of the hardest parts.
With the engine,
we got a lot of bubbles coming out of the coolant system, so pretty sure we blew a head gasket the night before the race. We got to be on the line in like 7 hours.
so you guys are gonna have all-nighter?
I guess, whatever it takes to make it happen. We didn't drive 36 hours for nothing. So, we'll figure it out.
And it's great to see these teams come out here that haven't been here before, compete, watch the look on their face, watch how they react, and then hear, I'm coming back again next year. You know, it's a great thing.
I'm like, that's the same belt though, right? I sent it on top. That was Droppin. I mean, this is my first race, and I was doing really well in the beginning. I started to get in my groove, and I passed probably 15 people.
And that is 129. And that is Carl Sturkay there, picking his way down the tracks.
By close to the end of lap 1, then I started having clutching issues. The drive belts kept blowing, which was just one of those things that King of the Hammers will bite you at the least expected time, and that's when it happened.
So we've spent the last 6 months building our 2 cars for this season. These cars were completely built in-house. They're kind of our Gen 1 cars. So this year's King of the Hammers prep was a little bit different than years prior. We put a lot more emphasis on doing things ourselves, knowing the cars in and out, down to the weld. So as far as preparing, we've been working every single night for the past 6 months, like I said. Whether it be a crew member that has a 9 to 5 and showed up after his 5 o'clock hour to work till midnight, or Kyle, who's working all day, waking up at 6 a.m. working the shop all day. So there's too much to list that went into getting us to this point. So.
We were 3 days out from leaving to come to California, and we only had a handful of parts. Everything showed up the day before, so we just rushed to get the cars built, to get them in the trailer to get here.
All right, racing has started here in Johnson Valley. This is Can-Am UTV Hammers Championship.
Let's go! They can see that I'm the legend. Got the gold in my possession, no doubt in my